my name is Erin. My trail name is Starburst, and I got my trail name because one, bright colors I wear, and then also because I'm kind of bursting down trail. um, let's see. So I decided to hike the PCT because I really just kind of longed for that kind of freedom and the like physical and mental challenge of a long distance trail.
Hi, my name is Optimist Prime. I'm a Nobo PCT through hiker, and I am out here as a professional photographer and environmental consultant for the outdoor rec industry, promoting environmental conservation and sustainability on trail and finding ways to not only limit our own impact and our footprint, but finding ways to promote a more positive way of life out on trails.
Hey, I'm Dine N Dash. I've hiked the AT and the CDT last year, and I'm finishing my Triple Crown on the PCT this year. A little bit about my trail name. No thievery went in the making of my trail name. I was accused of dining and dashing on the Appalachian Trail at the Smoky Mountain Diner and had a visit from the cops to encourage me to pay for my bill. It's been an emotional roller coaster, as every through hike has been. I've hiked with old friends. I've hiked with people who weren't great for me to hike with and had to walk away from. I've cried on trail. I've had some lovely trips that could have ended in very scary drops off mountains. It's been beautiful and terrible all at the same time.
I seek pretty big adventures, something like life-shifting and something very long and moving and challenging. I think hiking the PCT was one of those things that I could have done. It's been a very challenging time, not always fun. Like, I watched many YouTube videos and I thought like, oh man, this looks amazing, but they don't include like all the lonely time and the walking. Like, it's pretty monotonous sometimes and tired and exhausting, but that time is incredibly meditative and I learned a lot about myself.
Yeah, what am I looking forward to most is honestly probably Washington, because I just moved to Seattle last year and I haven't actually gotten to hike Washington a lot, so pretty excited to get there. And then also my goal is to hike it in under 100 days, so kind of excited to hopefully reach that goal, so yeah.
I've seen the trail change a lot. The through hiking community has grown, and I think having a positive influence and keeping that positive influence throughout the trail is kind of the best way to promote, a healthier lifestyle out here. I'm working on my own documentary and my own kind of small little project about the communities and the towns and the people and the through hikers. I've been doing this for many years in order to kind of get more funding and more growth on the PCT. Especially with the fires and climate change and all these, environmental impacts that we see. I think getting kind of a better understanding of why we should care about these trails and why we should care about the towns that are affected by these fires. I think that's kind of my approach to through hiking, is trying to find kind of a way of giving back to these communities. So
my friends and I were just talking about how Oregon would be such a beautiful state to walk through if I could see through the haze of mosquitoes that have been swarming us. Definitely have been enjoying myself a lot. We actually have talked on Instagram about when I announced doing the calendar triple, and eventually decided not to do the calendar triple when a huge snowstorm came in way earlier in the south than it normally happens. And ended up deciding that just doing one through hike or two through hikes in a year was plenty enough for me. And very glad that I made that choice, because then I got to slow down and hike with my friends and take zeros without the pressure of having to run to other trails. So very excited to be so close to the end and finally be able to have an excuse to wear a crown.
What I've enjoyed the most is probably, honestly, the community's been amazing. Like, everyone you meet is really nice and like really supportive. And then also sections, honestly, all of it. I feel like I do every section and I'm like, oh, I really love that one. Like the Sierra is just like stunning. The desert is really pretty, and NorCal really surprised me. It's really nice. So yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about hiking the PCT?
Probably the community. like the friendships and the connections that I made. I mean, it's like lifelong friends, friends that I will probably be hiking with for many years. It's definitely a community. The help that I receive and I mean, the trail also is beautiful, but I think at the end of the trail, the thing that I'll cherish the most is the people. Definitely.
So I've been a professional photographer for a couple years now. My bread and butter is always going to be landscapes, so I'm kind of lucky to be out here shooting some incredible views and incredible vistas and mountain ranges. But I also work the outdoor rec industry doing kind of product shots and marketing work for them, and that's kind of how I go with the environmental consulting as well. Is I try to find gear that is very sustainable and will last longer and has a little less impact on the environment. So finding kind of types of materials and the way that they make their gear. So I work with a lot of cottage companies and find ways to kind of limit my own footprint with my gear.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite trail?
People ask
of
me
the
that
three?
all the time. It's kind of like I'm a teacher, and it's kind of like picking a favorite student. It's like I love everyone just for different reasons. Like the AT I love because there's shelters and privies all over the place, and you're always close to town, and it's like my backyard because I live in Georgia, so it's very nostalgic for me to think about that. And the CDT doesn't really compare to either of the two because it's such a middle of nowhere adventure, and the PCT is beautiful, but they all have their own like specific things. Like if someone were to want to choose one, I think there's definitely a trail for every kind of person, what kind of hike you're going for, whether if you want to be really alone or if you want to hike with other people or if you want to be closer to civilization.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I think getting out of Oregon. Although I love Oregon, it's just the mosquitoes that are driving me crazy. Washington, I think it's gonna be beautiful. I think more beautiful than the Sierra. That's what I've been hearing. But yeah, the Cascades definitely. Yeah, but I feel like I don't want this trip to end because I know it's gonna end soon. Pretty close.
Any advice for future PCT thru hikers?
Don't rush the trail. Don't try to, like, let's say your friends are a week ahead and you're trying to catch up to them. Like, you're gonna miss so much in between. Like, I'm trying to catch up with two of my friends who are 2 days ahead, and I'm just like doing 35, 40 miles a day, and I missed so many connections I could have made along the way, and I kind of regret that. Definitely.
Anything else you want to add?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, thank you. Nice chatting with you.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thank
it. All right.